Here's the wrestling news you don't want to miss. From Drew McIntyre threatening to date AJ Lee, and also making massive accusations against WWE officials to Mandy Rose's disturbing confession, while Seth Rollins and a real-life Bloodline member were caught on camera in a rare sighting. Let's start with something Paul Heyman would call a spoiler, taking a look into the final WWE Smackdown before Backlash 2024. Number 1. AJ Styles attacks Cody Rhodes on WWE Smackdown. Last Friday on Smackdown, AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes signed the contract to officially set up their undisputed WWE Championship match for Backlash. While the two stars didn't engage in physical altercation during the signing, there's speculation that the Phenomenal One might plan an attack this Friday night. Styles, being portrayed as a heel, has the skills to match Rhodes in the ring. However, the company might aim to intensify the rivalry by adding more heat to the match leading up to the premium live event. This could potentially involve Styles attempting to injure the American Nightmare on SmackDown before their highly anticipated title bout this weekend. Number 2. LA Knight issues an open challenge for Backlash. Last month on SmackDown, AJ Styles defeated LA Knight to earn his shot at the undisputed WWE Championship at Backlash. While Knight isn't booked for a match this weekend, he recently teamed up with Randy Orton at a WWE live event in Bologna. This weekend, Kevin Owens will partner with the Viper to take on the Bloodline's Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. Knight's popularity among wrestling fans remains strong, and many would be delighted to see him in action at Lyon Metropolis, France. There's speculation that Knight could appear on this week's edition of SmackDown and issue an open challenge for Backlash, providing an exciting opportunity for fans to see him compete. Number 3. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair get a tag team name. With Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair forming a tag team and potentially challenging for the Women's Tag Team Championships, it would indeed make sense for the company to give the duo an official team name. This would help solidify their partnership and brand them as a formidable unit in the division. Considering their individual personas and strengths, a dynamic and impactful team name could be Power and Flair, or Strength and Style. These names highlight their athleticism, power, and unique personalities, while also emphasizing their potential dominance in the tag team division. Ultimately, the chosen team name should reflect their collective identity and resonate with fans, further elevating their status as a championship-caliber team. Number 4. Jey Uso invades SmackDown. Jey Uso faces one of the biggest matches of his career this weekend against Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship, but he may still feel compelled to appear on SmackDown this week. At WrestleMania, main event Jey defeated his brother Jimmy Uso in a singles match, resulting in Jimmy's expulsion from the Bloodline and replacement by Tama Tonga. With Jimmy potentially seeking revenge against the Bloodline, Jey might decide to put aside his issues with his brother and help him on SmackDown. However, the Usos could be walking into a trap, as former MLW champion Jacob Fatu was reportedly seen with Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga at WWE headquarters recently. This development adds a layer of intrigue and uncertainty to the upcoming SmackDown, as the conflict within the Bloodline intensifies. Number 5. Uncle Howdy finally returns to WWE. The anticipation for Uncle Howdy's return has been mounting among WWE fans due to teasers during WWE shows. Portrayed by Bo Dallas, the brother of the late Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy's potential comeback has generated significant buzz. Reports of Eric Rowan signing a new contract and Braun Strowman's return from injury have added to the speculation of a reunion of former Wyatt family members. Additionally, Alexa Bliss has been absent from television since her loss at the Royal Rumble 2023. With these pieces falling into place, fans are eagerly anticipating Uncle Howdy's potential return and the formation of a powerful new faction. If Uncle Howdy does make his comeback this Friday night on SmackDown, it could mark a significant moment in WWE programming, captivating audiences with the possibility of a revival of Wyatt family-like mystique and intrigue. Next up, Drew McIntyre deletes a tweet of personal comments aimed at CM Punk and AJ Lee. Drew McIntyre's disdain for the former AEW star has been evident, especially after Punk's interference cost him the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania XL. Their rivalry escalated further when McIntyre took a significant shot at CM Punk on the Pat McAfee show, mentioning Punk's wife and former WWE superstar, AJ Lee. "Do I seem like the average troll? I'll tear you apart physically. And if I wasn't married, I'd take your girl too," he said. McIntyre backtracked and posted a tweet, stating that he was making a general statement. He then deleted the tweet. "It's a general statement, not specific. Even when it comes to Kai to Punk, there's some lines you don't cross," he wrote in the now-deleted tweet. Drew McIntyre also leveled major accusations against WWE officials. The Scottish Warrior on the Pat McAfee show and accused Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis of being drunk during the draft. "I was frustrated, but it's not even frustration. I'm not angry, or this is like whatever I'm going to start cracking heads. It's just, this is stupid. This is actually stupid. Let's just look at this situation. I think I said to the APA, Ron Simmons, and John Bradshaw, Layfield. They're known for being heavy drinkers, and I said, Have you been getting all these guys in the war rooms drunk? The general managers are drunk since Friday to Monday, and that's why. Like drafted Drew McIntyre in the 3rd round, it doesn't make me angry. It just perplexed me. The Scottish Warrior also opened up about his release and explained he deserved to get fired. He also delivered an inspiring message based on the ups and downs of his career. I was fired in 2014 by WWE, and I deserved to get fired. I needed to get fired to truly find myself, and 10 years later, The Rock's announcing that Drew McIntyre resigned with WWE. For anyone out there who's made it, and then you get knocked down in your B, you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep pushing forward. You got to leave no stone unturned. Put the work in. Be accountable to the person in the mirror. You can do freaking anything. I've done it time and time again, and this is the most recent incident of it, McIntyre said. Next up, Tiffany Stratton, unhappy about being split from real-life WWE boyfriend. In real life, Tiffany Stratton is in a relationship with Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser, who was drafted to Raw in this year's WWE draft. During an interview with Chris Van Vliet on his Inside podcast, Stratton revealed the challenges of being on a different brand than Kaiser. Despite the distance, she emphasized the significance of their time together, noting that even though they only see each other a couple of days a week, it holds greater value. It's definitely like the last couple of months since I just got called up, it's been kind of hard. We only get to see each other a couple of days. But when we do see each other, it means a lot more, she said. Mandy Rose's disturbing confession. In a recent social media post, the 33-year-old disclosed that she underwent a procedure to remove her lip fillers. Despite putting it off for a while, she found it necessary as the fillers were migrating over time. Additionally, she admitted to having Botox injections to reduce facial wrinkles. We did some lip dissolving today. I've always been a little afraid to do this NGL, but it was definitely needed and really wasn't that bad. Swollen at first, but a couple hours later the swelling went down. And honestly, with the numbing cream, I barely even felt it, Mandy Rose wrote. She added, I've only put filler in my lips the past few years and I get Botox, but it was time to dissolve the filler BC over the years. You get migration and it is definitely good to start fresh. In a July Q&A on her social media, Rose addressed her status as a professional wrestler. She candidly admitted uncertainty about her future in the business, expressing that she was currently enjoying her freedom away from the industry. I don't know if retires is the right word, but I'm not doing it right now. I don't know about the future. Pretty busy right now, doing a lot of things and all is well, so, Rose said. Rare Seth Rollins sighting after WrestleMania XL. Seth Rollins has been notably absent from WWE television since WrestleMania, with recent reports indicating that the architect underwent knee surgery last month. Despite this, a photo of Rollins surfaced on Black and Brave Wrestling's official Instagram handle, showing him without a knee brace. It's a beautiful day to welcome a new class to Star Black and Brave, the post read. During a talk show in Ireland, Becky Lynch confirmed that Seth Rollins underwent knee surgery for his torn meniscus after WrestleMania. The man also joked about Rollins' rehab, mentioning that it includes chasing after their 3-year-old daughter, Rue. So, Seth Rollins just got surgery on Tuesday, so he had knee surgery. He tore his meniscus a little while before WrestleMania, and so his rehab is running after a little 3-year-old now, she said. Next up, The Rock making a huge new show. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is making waves with his latest project, a collaboration with Vice TV and the Dark Side of the Ring crew, promising an exciting venture for wrestling fans. The project, titled Who Killed WCW, is set to premiere on June 4th at 10 p.m. ET exclusively on Vice TV. This groundbreaking docuseries aims to delve deep into the history, rise, and ultimate demise of World Championship Wrestling, WCW, once one of the biggest wrestling companies in America. The 4-part series is expected to feature never-before-seen footage and interviews with wrestling legends such as The Rock himself, Booker T, Alundra Blaze, Diamond Dallas Page, Eric Bischoff, Vince Russo, Bill Goldberg, Bret Hart, and Kevin Nash, among others. With The Rock's involvement and the collaboration of seasoned professionals like Brian Gewirtz and the Dark Side of the Ring team, Who Killed WCW promises to be a must-watch for wrestling fans, offering fresh insights into one of the most influential promotions in wrestling history. Latest update on real-life Bloodline members' debut. Going back to WrestleMania week, it was reported that Jacob Fatu had signed with the company and would be debuting in the Bloodline storyline. Initially expected to debut during the Draft TV tapings, plans seem to have shifted as he was no longer scheduled for the tapings. However, recent reports suggest that Fatu, along with Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, were seen at WWE HQ in Stamford, Connecticut, indicating ongoing discussions and potential plans for their involvement. While discussions regarding Fatu's debut may have quieted after the initial news leaked, sources suggest that officials are in no rush to bring him to the main roster. It's indicated that there is a plan in place for Fatu, but WWE is taking a meticulous approach to his debut, ensuring that everything aligns with the Bloodline storyline's narrative. The purpose of their visit to WWE HQ remains undisclosed, but but it could involve anything from meetings with executives to creative planning or promotional activities. Real-life Bloodline member spotted in public. Jimmy Uso's departure from the Bloodline on SmackDown following WrestleMania XL has left fans wondering about his whereabouts. Reports suggest he's been dealing with an injury, keeping him off WWE television. However, a recent photo shared on Twitter shows Jimmy making a public appearance at a gym, marking his first known outing since leaving the Bloodline. Meanwhile, Jey Uso reflected on his match against his brother, acknowledging the disappointment it brought to fans. He attributed some of the match's shortcomings to time constraints, shedding light on the challenges they faced in delivering a satisfying performance. "I just said this to someone. I kind of felt like we did let the people down." "Really? You feel that?" "Yeah, man, because I wanted to go out there and have a straight-up banger too. I wanted to do the wrestling part, but let alone make sure the emotion part is there. It was just a time issue. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta play your position on the team. That's what happened." Main event. Jey added that despite the criticism, he was happy about facing Jimmy at the show of shows. "I'm still happy though. Use. I got a singles match at WrestleMania with my brother. That's a big picture. So, I'ma always have me and him in a face-off at WrestleMania. I'ma frame a picture, that's always it's marked off our box. I just wish we could have went the way I know we can." Jimmy Uso's return to WWE remains uncertain, as details about his comeback date have not been disclosed. With the Bloodline undergoing changes under Solo Sikoa's leadership, and the absence of Roman Reigns and The Rock from television, the direction of the faction and the involvement of its key members are still up in the air.